This is the OASIS News Organization. Oh no. Today's report: the back wall of the cabin, a pre-hung door, and one more big old OG, off-grid innovation. Well, here's where I've gotten to after I don't know how long it took me, 3-4 trips down here, and each trip I had about 3 days of construction. And this is as far as I got. I don't have a schedule down here. You know, one of my traditions is if you don't want to do it, we'll stop doing it. And the other one is if you don't want to be here, go home. Now, Heidi, the hydration lady, she has volunteered because she watched one of the other videos and was concerned about my hydration. So Heidi, the hydration lady, she keeps me on my hydration schedule. Well, it bounces around between sweet tea, Dr. Pepper, and mocha coffee. Today's report is brought to you by Pete's Lumber and Parts. If you're in PC County, you go to Pete's to get your lumber. They're swarming around everywhere, and I'm a Methodist, so because if you don't go to Pete's, you got to go down to Waco to get your lumber, and Waco's full of Baptists. I try to stay out of Waco. This is what I'm here for this trip, is to finish putting up the stud walls on the back here and stick in the pre-hung door that I found junking. And I think I can get this done in this trip. You know, that's I wrote my schedule up, and you can just imagine how well I stick to my schedule. Another reason I stay out of Waco is because it brings back a bad memory. Back in 1971, I was down there with a couple of college buddies, and we had a little bit too much tequila and Lone Star long necks, and I ended up in the Waco City Jail. I've got 2 sections of stud wall there. They're 3 feet wide, and they are 92 5/8 each tall because I bought the wrong kind of 2x4 at Pete's, and he didn't tell me about it. And we got the pre-hung door that was real easy to stick in there. That's all cool. But right there in the middle, you'll see that my 2 sections of stud walls, they don't quite come together. That's what I call, oh no. Well, it's pretty simple. What's the answer to this oh no? You just get yourself a bunch of fence wood and cram it in there, and that'll make it solid, and that ought to do me. You know, like several other times on this bill, I just say, well, I got close. What's in your closet today? I got a bottle of wine. It's got Elvis Aaron Presley's picture on it. I've had this bottle of wine since 1981. Them old boys that I got my first public intoxication down in Waco. 10 years later, me and the woman, we got married, and they bought us 28 bottles of wine, none of which cost more than $2. Why would that be? Well, when the 3 of us were all single and we'd go out running around, go to restaurants, we had a rule. We'd stop off and we'd get ourselves a $2 bottle of wine, and then we'd drink it before we got to the restaurant. And that way, we wouldn't be spending $4-6 each on beer at the restaurant. You see, we were trying to be financially responsible. Back label reads like this: written for all the fans worldwide by a colonel. The songs he sang at home each day pleased his parents in every way. This humble home with love to spare, the 3 together went everywhere. Then came this man, his name was Sam. He recorded a song for Elva's mom. That's when everything began. It was Blue Suede Shoes and Blue Moon Tune, along with Midnight and Moody Blue. It was Elvis here and Elvis there, and teddy bears were everywhere. It wasn't Don't Be Cruel on Such a Night, and he sang Mama, That's All Right. It was Shook Up and GI Blues and Girls, Girls, Girls and Potluck too. Kissing cousins and roustabout, and then we knew what he was all about. The boy became a man and carried on to make us happy with his song. Never went away. We will play your songs from day to day, for you really never went away. This is the first time ever on my trip schedule that I accomplished what I meant to, except for my door would not open. Now there was a big old lock on it, and I took that off and went, all right, now I have a door. It still wouldn't open. So when you have a door that doesn't open, you actually have a window with a doorknob on it. And I do not want a window with a doorknob on it. I want a door. I asked a buddy of mine who's a junker, and he said, well, sometimes if it's been pre-hung, people put nails into the door so it doesn't flop when they take it out there to the curb. Well, all right. I cut those nails, and sure enough, I had a door instead of a window with a doorknob. I've got one last chore to do, and that's to tie those left and right walls together. So I had 16-foot 2x4s, which I bought over there at Pete's Parts and Lumber. Put 3 of them up there, and with that ratchet strap, I tried my best to get it close as I can to plumb, and I'm done. That sunlight there, that means it's about 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's time for me to call it a day. Today's report, well, you figure it ought to be dedicated to Elvis, but I really never listened to Elvis music. And since I never opened up that bottle of wine, I don't know if I like his wine. So today is dedicated to a fella that was around the same time when Elvis started. His name's Rick Nelson. The album, Garden Party. The song, Garden Party. Someone opened the closet door and out stepped Johnny B. Good. Played them all the old songs, thought that's why they came. No one heard the music, we didn't look the same. When I sang a song about a honky-tonk, it was time to leave. And it's all right, learned my lesson well. You see, you can't please everyone, so you gotta please yourself. Rick died on December 31st, 1985 in an emergency airplane crash in DeKalb, Texas. He was on his way to Dallas for a New Year's Eve gig. Remember, Onos, world peace begins at home.